Read with me here carefully. Never should a believer kill a believer. And here you will see that when Islam teach about killing, is about not to kill a believer. Why the Quran doesn't say never a believer should kill anyone? No, a believer should not kill a believer. All right. But if it so happened, by mistake, all right, if one so killed a believer, it's ordained that he should free a believing slave. Why in the world you own a believing slave? Somebody can explain to me? So only if I kill somebody and now I want to free myself from sin, I free a slave? I mean, isn't it freeing a slave is good anyway? Should I kill somebody? Is that a reason really to free a slave? So Muhammad, because he knew those Arab, they are extremely in love with slavery, and he is like them. He is one of the title of Muhammad was Bai'ul Abid. He buy and sell slaves because he knew how much they are attached to own slaves. He made it hard for them to the point says, if you kill somebody by mistake, I will force you to free a slave. And the Arabs, so please, no, we need our slaves. So we will free my slave. I will not kill anyone. I will behave. If you commit sin, I will make you free a slave. Oh no, 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 no! I will not commit sin. I will be. If you don't go to the prayer, I will make you. Oh no, 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 no! So Muhammad, it was a penalty. This was nothing to do about freeing the slave. This was a penalty for you for doing wrong. It is not a reward for the slave. It was a very satanic way to force Muslims to obey Muhammad. I will take your slaves from you. You see, you can keep your slaves as long as you wish. You do wrong, I will take one of your slaves. You do 10 wrongs, I will take 10 of your slaves. And those Muslims are crazy about their slaves. They want to own as much as they can. So when the Muslim tried to fool you, saying here, so look, see, here you free a slave. The fact this is not about freeing slave, this is about a penalty for the Muslims. If Muhammad he want to free slaves, okay, show me in the Quran where it says free a slave for no reason. I mean, just to free them. Who wanna show me that? Who wanna show me? Actually, if you have my books, you will see how Muhammad, how many slaves he forced them into slavery. There's a story about an owner. He decided to free his slaves in his deathbed, and he freed them. Muhammad, he heard the news that this guy in his bed, when he's dying, he freed his slaves. Muhammad, he captured the slaves and he divided them between the children of that man, which means he put them back into slavery. So when a Muslim he says to us, you feel free, you yourself you are a slave and you are an owner of a slave, and slavery in Islam is a way actually to when I say to people, if you commit sin you need to slaughter a chicken, what will happen? More chicken will be slaughtered. If I say to you, if you do this, you have to free a slave, that's mean you have to buy a slave in order to free a slave, and that will increase and boom the market of slavery. Did Muhammad close the market of slavery? No. People, they are buying and selling. And the Muslims are the one who's buying and selling, not the infidels, not the pagan. The Muslims are the buyers and the Muslims are the seller. So business is good. And because he himself, he buy and sell slaves and he own a lot of slaves. If you remember the hadith where Muhammad, Abu Bakr, he entered upon Muhammad and he found a bunch of Ethiopian women, slave women, playing, dancing for Muhammad. Why those women are in the house of Muhammad? I mean, are they like coming from the circus and they are performing for the Prophet? Are they visiting town? They are belly dancers and the Prophet he hired them? No, those are slaves who they are doing entertaining for His Majesty, the faithful Muhammad. Read with me carefully, please. that narrated Aisha that once Abu Bakr came to her in the day of Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha. While the Prophet was with her, there were two girls, singers, with her singing songs of the Ansar. All right, two girls, they are singing. Here, the hadith doesn't show really anything. Let us show something. Are they really just girls? What girls? Hmm. Just to show you how Muslims they lie to you. This is why I say always be careful when you read Muslims translation. It says two girls. I mean, what two girls? It does it say really in Arabic two girls? It says qanitani tughniyan. Here it says that they are slaves. Why in Arabic did not translate the word slaves? Why did not say that? وعندي جاريتان تغنيان. Read carefully. Just to show you how Muslims they fabricate and they change the meaning. From slaves, two slaves are singing and dancing for the Prophet, to two girls. وعندي جاريتان تغنيان بغناء بعاث فالضجع على الفراش, etc. If we read the translation, let's read the translation. Does it say here in this one? Because we changed the hadith. Let's see if it's going to say slaves. Look at this. There were two girls with me singing the song of Al-Bata. What? Where is the two girls? It says two slaves. Let us change different hadith, but the same story, different translation. Let us see. This is different one. Let us see if now the word slave will appear, maybe by mistake, you know. Okay, there were two girls again. I mean, two girls. Those are not two girls. Let us continue here. Here again, jariyatani tughniyan. Let us see a translation. Here we go again, two girls, but in Arabic it says jariyatan. You see how they fabricate the translation. So now, when you read in Arabic, you will not, in English, you will not find anywhere it says two slave girls are dancing. There's a hadith, if you have my book, about Umar ibn Khattab. He did beat a slave girl for she is covering the top of her body. Slaves in the time of Islam, they used to serve inside the house without bra or any top, which means topless. So they go inside the house, they serve coffee or whatever you want to serve to your guest, and they are topless. The one of the slaves, she covered herself. Umar ibn Khattab, look how justice Islam is. He stood and he started beating her, saying, are you trying to resemble the free one? Because only the free one covered themselves. Only the free one. Maybe many of you do not know that. In Islam, only free women, they have the right to cover themselves. If you are a slave, you expose yourself.